I am out here in Pasco, Washington, near my grandma's house, back that way a little bit. I have some family over at the park to the right of me, that way. Well, my grandma is my grandma, and she got married to a man after my real grandfather, who I never knew, died. And so he was my step-grandfather, and they're his grandkids, so she is their step-grandmother, that relationship. But I just want to do a quick little let's talk, because I was thinking, like, when I think about moving somewhere, there was a period after, like, kind of when I broke up with my girlfriend, when I was I was thinking about just things in general, life, some of the things in my past, how I was going to improve, and part of me just wanted to go somewhere completely different and get away from it all, so I wouldn't have things staring me in the face, reminding me of, horrible times, not just the breakup, but also moments through my childhood where I could really see, oh, that wasn't actually a good moment. I didn't do too good of a job there, or this could have been different. Maybe like, I don't like saying this, but part of the reason I am the way I am is because my dad was in a wheelchair, and he and my mom so then had to care for him. And so because it was very much so seeing a relationship of mom doing stuff for him, I never learned the togetherness. And so because of that, sometimes I'm socially awkward, not as bad now, little things like that. So I kind of just wanted to get away from it all. But now that I'm over that, I'm like, no, I don't want to. But maybe I do. It'll be very different when I'm finally getting married and stuff, where we'll live. My ideal plan is we stay at mom's house until we have enough money to buy a house outright. Then, I don't know if this is true. One of my friends said yes, told me about this. But then one of somebody else that I kind of know said not true. But one of my friends said that if you pay over $9,999.99 on something, then, what's the word? Then you end up paying a tax on that. So maybe not, I don't know. I'll have to do more research into it. But kind of sort of my ideal thing is, what's the word? Yeah, it's staying at my parents' house. So I'm in an unfamiliar area, so some of the stuff is going to be taking it in, and yeah, but I'm going to try and keep coherent thoughts. But it's, staying at my parents' house until we have enough to move into a home, which might not be so ideal, because I did the math a few years ago when I was working at a $10 an hour call center job. And I was just kind of looking to see how long it would take me to get a house. And basically I figured out that in 22 years, I would have enough money to buy a house. And that was not counting bills and any of that stuff whatsoever. No bills counted, just all the money goes into a house, which isn't realistic. When I come back from my mission, I am going to have I'm going to have to pay a little bit of rent at my mom's house, staying there, which I'm fine with. But that was one thing, So I kind of want to stay in Ormond. I probably will. But then there's this thing, like, if you guys saw my Let's Talk on drivers, or not, well, yeah, it was on drivers, but it was just, the whole point was that the world needs to slow down for a bit. That's what the one thing the world needs to do right now. That could be just from me being in Utah. It used to be nice, but now it's gotten a lot more of, you're crossing the street, well then you watch yourself, or you could end up dead because people aren't watching for you. Yeah. So it's let's see here. I think, yeah, I'll go this way through this fence, head this way. Hopefully I'm just going in a circle. But yeah, that's the thing, is bad connection out here. Hopefully like the audio makes it through. That's mainly what I care about. But that's, you know, out here though, everybody seems a lot nicer. Same thing, I went out to Texas, and one thing that I really liked about Texas was everyone was so nice, you know. And there were two instances where I was walking, because there were two of my aunts lived next to each other, and so I was walking from one aunt's house to the other aunt's house. Both instances, there were people given plenty of room, saying, go ahead and cross the street, like an entire car length before the crosswalk. Big truck stops and kind of says, go and cross the street. And I did. And here it seems that way too. I'm seeing, you know, I was waiting at a street corner, and it seemed like lots of people were just kind of, they were stopping for each other, letting this car has the right of way, they go first. Because, you know, pull up to a crosswalk, first one there goes first, and then afterwards it goes around in a circle going clockwise. No, sorry, counter. So the person to the right goes first. And that was very nice. Then, you know, just watching that, and they were also, some were waiting for me even, and I was just standing at the street corner deciding where I wanted to go, if I wanted to do a Let's Talk or not. So if I would move out of Utah, I would move because of how nice people are. Not really much other reason. Maybe if there was like a really cool movie location that a lot of people have used or something, or that would be cool for one, I might move near it, because that's very, very slow priority. Those are only two things I can think of why I might move. Other than that, I like Utah, you know. I do wish everyone would be a little bit nicer inside of Utah and actually look for pedestrians who are trying to cross the street. I don't know. I think that would be a very much needed thing. You know, on the way up here, we listened to, I don't remember the name of the artist, but it's this like 1960s song, somewhere in the 60s. What the world needs is love. It's basically saying, you know, Lord, we don't need another valley. We've got plenty of valleys and fields for growing food and stuff. We don't need more mountains. Everybody needs love. What the world needs is love. Love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. That's one of the big things right now that we kind of need in this stressful, very hectic society. And doesn't have to necessarily be husband and wife love relationship, as much as it is just someone who actually loves and cares for you. And this is a little bit off topic, so I get back on topic. I'm going to probably just end it here. But yeah, it's, I don't know. So that's why I might move, is just because nicer people. You know, I would feel a little bit more comfortable about my kids, you know, like walking to the grocery store because they got some money and they want to go get some candy. I'd feel more comfortable in doing it here than I would back home in Orem. And I'm not super worried about it down there. Like, if I raise my kids right, then I'll be fine with that. If I raise them right, then yeah, I'll trust them to be responsible and go to the grocery store. I know a lot of my younger friends have done that, you know. Like, for me, not a worry, but, you know, like, yeah, I think around 12 or so, sometimes younger, that kind of an age. You know, my kids being around that age, or having an older sibling or friend that age, I would trust them going to the store. But out here, even more so. Down there, it's like, okay, be safe, look left and right, because, like, seriously, or you die. Out here, I feel more like, okay, be safe, look left and right, because it's just what you do to be safe. So anyways, I'm going to cut this Let's Talk here. This was actually a short Let's Talk. I was going to say that at the beginning, but I decided not to, because I always end up seeming to fill 20 minutes worth of stuff. But, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in whatever's next.